This video is a real test of my own ability to be cool, calm, collected and focused, because this is my 9th attempt to record this video. We've had tractors, trucks and God knows what wandering up and down the road outside, kicking up an awful racket. A minute ago I had the French Air Force carrying out manoeuvres overhead. And the only thing that hasn't happened so far is that the French Special Services haven't broken down the door. God knows what will happen next. So I'm going to soldier on, if you pardon the pun, and talk today about a discussion myself and a client had here in this very room about a fortnight ago. This guy has been meditating for the last couple of years. He meditates regularly. In fact, often he will meditate 7 days a week. Often for up to an hour. He's noticed a huge difference in the quality of his life, in the quality of his decision making at work, in the quality of his time at home. Indeed, he's noticed a huge difference in his personal health and personal fitness, because everything is linked together. It's all a state of mind. Indeed, he also has noticed a major influx of creative ideas at work from way outside his sphere of knowledge that simply pop into his head. He's constantly surprising himself. And yet, a few months ago, he was faced with a major career decision. A decision that he actually could have made in the space of a day or two. But he reverted to his old way of thinking, his old state of mind, and he tortured himself, agonizing over that decision for 3 weeks, right up to 5 minutes from the deadline on which the decision had to be made. Now he asked me if I am cool, calm and collected in the morning, if I've noticed all these major benefits in my life, how come when the going really got tough, when there was something way outside the normal course of my everyday life, how come I reverted to my old, tortured way of thinking? How come I was losing sleep? How come I was stressed out? How come I was veering towards panic? And the answer is quite simple. There was obviously a disconnect somewhere along the way, because, as I've said to him, and as I've said to many, many people, if when the going gets tough, your meditation doesn't make a concrete, practical and noticeable difference in your life, then there is something wrong with the way you're putting your state of mind into practice during the day, long after you have finished your meditation, even if it's only 5 minutes meditation in the morning. So the answer to him was quite simple. The answer was that if you find yourself all over the place, as most people are, then you need to come back to now. Now, he said, well, what does that mean? You need to explain that. We need to tease that one out. What you need to do, obviously you need to meditate or mental exercise most mornings, or every morning if you can. But what you need to do during the course of the day is check to see if you are close to the state of mind that you were in when you were meditating, or just after you were meditating. Now, that is your ideal state of mind. The state of mind you want to be in is cool, calm and collected, clear, focused. Generally speaking, during the course of our ordinary everyday lives, we move away from that. It's the easiest thing in the world to fall back into the normal ways of thinking because, as you know, everybody around us is doing that. And it's easy to revert to type. So when the going is going easy, when things are just ambling along during the course of an ordinary everyday, you need to get into the routine. Yes, you need a routine in relation to this, to actually stop yourself. Whatever you're doing, just stop. Check your state of mind. Compare your state of mind to your ideal state of mind. And invariably, you will have wandered away from your ideal state of mind. And if or when you find yourself having wandered away from that ideal state of mind, bring yourself back to now. And what that means is choose one or more of your 5 senses. and simply take a moment or a minute or two to simply see what's going on before your very eyes, or to feel the texture of the fabric of the chair you're sitting in, or to notice the feel of the fabric of your clothing on your body. Bring yourself back to the reality of the moment, which will tear yourself away from the thoughts that are creating the turmoil in your head. In other words, you have to bring your meditative state of mind into the course of your day. First of all, when things are going okay, so that you actually get used to checking yourself, so that when things do go wrong, when the wheels come off something, or you find yourself in a potentially stressful situation, you are used to the idea of checking your state of mind and of coming back to now. So here is something that you need to do, and you need to start doing it right away to ensure that you don't slip into a comfort zone, a new comfort zone, almost fooling yourself into thinking that you are cool, calm and collected, when in fact what you're doing is wandering through the day like everybody else. As I said, you need to get into this routine of checking yourself when things are going okay, so that you are already in that frame of mind, the checking frame of mind, when things start going wrong. Now, as I said to this guy, why, when he actually knew the right decision to make after about a day or two, why did he spend 3 weeks torturing himself? And the answer was, well, I just did it. I just went back to the way I used to be. Reality checking. Checking your state of mind. Stopping yourself in your tracks. And stopping yourself in your tracks and then simply torturing yourself for another 3 weeks is absolutely crazy. When you stop yourself in your tracks, come back to now. See, feel, hear, smell and taste where you are. Even if you're in the company of others. Taking note of your breathing for just a few moments will bring you back to now. If your meditation, if your mental exercising isn't giving you concrete results, particularly when the going gets tough, then you are not putting your meditative state of mind into practice. And this is the way you do it. Regularly throughout the day, stop, notice, compare, and come back to now. Now I've come back to now, and everything is wonderful, and it's been really quiet for the last few minutes as well. The French Air Force can now do what they will. The local commune can go and dig up the road for all I care. I've done my bit, and I hope for the last few minutes my little bit has made a little bit of difference to you. Have a great day.